Welcome back everyone. I thought I'd quickly start off by showing what I've been doing since the last episode, which is really just a bit of decorating and finally putting in an input chest, which should take everything through under the floor here, through a hopper line, up the elevator, all the way along, and that was the original input chest I had, and that's currently taking cobblestone at the moment. But yeah, that's all set up, and I shouldn't need to keep running up there to input all my items. Alright, so I have a farmer, and I am going to make a wheat farm. Oops, another one. And I have no idea if this design is going to work. I have no idea, I've never built it before. I'm thinking of pretty much this whole area. I'm hearing noises. I am hearing noises. There he is. Alright, he's done with. So I'm thinking more over there. So it's not too far from my base, which is up through the hill here, up there. I need to start off with remodeling the lake and trying to clear out a space big enough. And just like that, the lake is gone. Well, back to there anyway. So I got a little bit sidetracked constructing. At this point, I have the layout of what the farm's going to look like and made sure that every block's going to be hydrated. I'm planning to put a roof over the top because this gets really hostile at night and you're kind of trapped in a hole. That's the center point where there's a ladder that will go down into the center and be a collection point under there. So the thought is water will push all the wheat down into all the hoppers, and a villager will eventually replant it all. Cool. Next step. So it's not perfect villager breeder, but it's working. I don't exactly know why they're breeding down here, or how they're even getting down here. But I've got all these guys, and I have all these guys. So it's working a bit over time. Really? That's how they're getting down here. The small ones fit through the gate I have at the top. Interesting. Anyway, we need to steal this guy. Oh really? First moment you're in here and you stuff up the dirt already. Oh, didn't even have to give him seeds. Alright, since he's planting, I'll keep working on the redstone. Well, that's a promising sign recognises it as a house. So when nighttime falls, at least I know where he'll go. Just need to block the door somehow to let their wheat grow. So somehow something's gone wrong. Don't know if you just heard that, but I heard a strange and angry growl. There's my villager. Oh, that's arrows. Well, might need to try something different because I have no idea why that would have happened. Why did he drop down, and where did a zombie get to him? So I've made a very confusing piece of redstone, I think. So the idea is when the item travels along this and it gets to this dropper. Where is it actually? Oh. I'm running a test at the moment and have a piece of wheat growing. It must be at H5. Anyway, so when that hoe makes it into this dropper, it powers the redstone, which powers this, and runs into an AND gate. Now, this torch won't light to activate all that until something is triggered up top, which I've redesigned the house a little bit. So, down there is a tripwire, and shut the door. Gotta be joking me. Anyway, when something is hitting that tripwire, I didn't think this would be as hard as it is theme. There we go. So, now the tripwire is giving it this signal, which is going into the AND gate. Both sides of it receive power, which allows all this to go and pushes that piston up, which in theory should block the villager in. I'm hoping that works, because I haven't been able to test it. Anyway, so if I remove this bucket as it moves on, the whole system unpowers and the piston retracts to let the villager free. As you can see. I'm starting to wire up all the dispensers, just throw water out. And is that at H5? That is. So that side of things is working. So the plan is, the villager will go in there at night time, get stuck, so then once he's in there, trying to get back out and pressing the tripwire, that piece of wheat will be at H7. If both those conditions are met, the villager should be stuck in there. Well, that's the plan anyway. At the moment, the villager's stuck in this hole and hasn't moved for a good long while. Might need to get some stairs and push him out. moment this wheat block, which is the one that's been detected to power the whole thing, is at age 7. I've actually managed to get in a whole bunch of redstone that should fire both or all of the droppers around, or dispensers, but they're just not filled with water yet. But anyway, if that one is age 7, get down. Uh-oh. Wait. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might have helped if I'd actually counted them out properly before I put in the comparators. Right. Alright, so in theory, let's move that there. Right now I'm trying to process how to actually deal with that as a problem. Anyway, pick up all the blocks I've dropped. So for example, it's now age 7, that one is powered. It is currently night time, so the villager is in his little hidey hole. The zombies are after him again. He's in there at the moment. I know if I step forward I get trapped in there myself, so I've got to be careful about that. But when the daylight comes back, he should try escape. He'll trip the tripwire and it will force this block up and he won't be able to get out. So now it is just a waiting game and I can't see where the moon is. Oh, it's almost daytime. Light floor, I think. If this moves to age 8, it won't matter, he's in there anyway. I think I just need to place like a sign or something here to stop the water flooding down. I just want to see if this piston goes up, if my system works. Come on, buddy. A side note, most of this wheat has been at age 7 for a very long time. Is 7 harvestable? I've done some bad maths. Why isn't he harvesting any of it? There's 8 stages of wheat growth including age 0. Okay, so I've got multiple problems here. 1, I can't count. 2, he gets out. I fix that. He walks straight through the block. I've done a bit of recalculating. But the point that it gets planted and it is age 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 means it's fully grown. So that one there needs to be here. Effectively I've made it 2 croppers too far down. Now I've been looking at this for a while, and I think the better solution would be to actually remove the front 2 and push it all back down a bit, so that I'm not moving any this stuff. Plus, if I was to place it here, I effectively have redstone right in front of my ladder. I was hoping for a bit of a storage room down here, so I don't really want to block that off too much. So at this point, Alright, either I've really buggered something up, or I'm killing a villager. Okay, interesting. Oh, don't do that. Okay, that works. And if I was to do... no seeds. Of course you do. There is something wrong with this guy. There he goes. Sounds like he's free now. Alright, so all pushed up, all pushed back. I'm not gonna put in the elevator system yet, because I had a thought that I have no idea if water is going to do updates for it. So at the point that it gets fully grown, then it will get harvested, then the water will flood. But it will have to turn off. Yeah, I don't know, this is just gonna be trial and error at this point. But I think my villager might actually be trapped in there now, which was the biggest problem I was having. That was interesting. It just provided an update for the grass growing. So at this point I'm regretting a few decisions I've made. I don't know if you can hear it up top, but it's just constantly flushing water. So I think I might stop something before I crash the computer. Oh, good. Few little problems I've noticed. Water causes a lot of updates as it's disappearing. So each time it changes status, I don't know how to best describe that. Oh, great. Oh, I might have broken that just in time. The other problem I've got is... I suppose I got too fancy for the shape. And it's causing a lot of the seeds and stuff to just sit on these outsides. So I might have to scratch the shape of the farm and the location of the croppers and just start something a bit different. So I cheated in the end. I did a really basic redesign, which meant I just cropped off all these little corner bits over here and ripped out the dispenser. And now it's just 4 separate little bits of rectangles. Pushed down into the hoppers. I added this hopper in too, just because the water didn't quite make it to there. And right now I'm quite seriously watching wheat grow, because that one is at age 5. At age 6, we'll activate the piston system. Age 7, which will be fully grown, should flood it. And I'm just waiting because apparently that is the slowest block for growing. Maybe that one too. Age 4. Which is probably the way I want it. Is that one being one of the slower ones? Because it gives a chance for the rest of the field to actually grow to full crop, full age. Anyway, I've gotten bored and started making a bit of a storage room. And yeah, I am just waiting. And I'm not going to catch this on camera, because it's been about 20 minutes now, just to get from age 3 to 5. Oh! Is he in there? He is too, I just heard the door. Piston retract. He's in there. He seems really uninterested in harvesting any of this wheat, which is surprising me. It's either that, or he's not hungry, or he's got no fellow villagers to throw bread at. I don't know, but it's working in my favour. Oh, missed it. Alright, replaced all the fences with some more glass. And I think I'm set up for another test. I should have checked that. Let's see what happens with all these seeds. 6. Push into 7. I think I might just speed the process along, cause an update. Then run so I don't collect any myself. Oh. So after numerous redesigns, at one point I just kept extending the hoppers out. I've now come to this idea. In theory, the water should just push the wheat and that off the edge. I had a couple designs work, but it was still missing heaps. I think this design might actually work. As you can tell, this one particular spot is still the slowest growing one, besides that one. So it actually should work better than I thought, because most of these will mature before that one does. When that one finally does, it should harvest a whole heap of it. But eventually I'll block this up, because I don't think I'll ever need to get in here, in theory. Oh. H2. Working on a small storage room, which seriously just has the hoppers drop into all these. Which, there's nothing in there at the moment, because I've been emptying it out so I can measure it next time. But it has just been a lot of waiting. and I've gotten bored, so I've been working on a few things. Oh! Oh my god. Got him, alright. Been ripping out... Watch my back. Been ripping out all the sand and the grass and the gravel from this lake here while I've been bored. Putting in a whole bunch of coarse dirt. I think it will look better than all the patterns. I see you. You could probably see it already. I've been working on... Yeah, I knew you were coming for me. Working on this little walkway. And I started working on sections in here. So I've gone through, put the roof in, a lot of the stone bricks, and I started working on the thought that I have for this. So yeah, just I kind of feel like it should look like a bit like a mine shaft, considering it is a mine shaft. So I'm trying to go with the whole idea of the supports to hold up the roof. That's taken a lot of dark oak to build that. And this is in the way, so I haven't got a leg down there yet. That's what I've been up to, why I've been waiting, because I've run so many tests on that thing. I'm still waiting for the final one, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to go back to changing out my lake and getting all the sand. And there it was, guys. As usual, thank you for watching. See you next time. Where is he? What? Be replanting money. Daylight.